broken dam drained lake in Michigan. Just how much is shown in the before and after images. These, of course, were very old dams. They were about 100 years old. Devastation followed after the failure of 2 dams in Michigan a few days ago. The Eddyville Dam failure allowed the waters of Wixom Lake to rush down the Tittabawassee River. When the raging floodwaters hit the Sanford Dam downstream, it also failed after that. The extent of the water that flowed out of Wixom Lake was so great that images showed the lake bed where docks still stood, but without any water around them. Video and pictures on Twitter captured the extent of the flooding and what was left behind. The lake was drained to the point where the Detroit Free Press christened it a giant breach. And of course, before this, it was evident that they were going to, because of the flood waters, the rainwater, and the increased volume of water, they knew that they were going to break, and 10,000 people were evacuated. So before and after view of Sanford, Michigan, on Google and Google Earth, second snapshots showing below the Sanford Dam. And communities, of course, have been flooded that way. Now, aerial footage also showing the scale of flooding in central Michigan as the 2 catastrophic dams failed, forcing 10,000 people to evacuate, with the National Weather Service warning of a life-threatening situation. The 2 dams breaching in Michigan, causing severe flooding, forced evacuations, threatening major toxic cleanup sites. And I'll leave a link below. You can see the various videos and images. As a result of the flooding, about 11,000 people in or around Midland, Michigan were told to evacuate. Beaverton resident Mike Desco admitted he took some persuasion when first told to flee. He said, "My neighbor, Big Frank, came pounding on my door. He said, 'This dam broke and we had 40 minutes to get out.' I was like, 'No, I don't think I'm going anywhere. I heard this story before.' And he said, then he looked outside and saw the water rising. He says, 'Then I heard fire truck EE, evacuate. And when I heard that, I'm like, yeah, I think we'll go.' Midland resident Rodney Fournier said the battling the floodwaters was hard work. He says, 'I could hardly row in it. I've done a ton of rowing in my day. It was intense, but you got to do what you got to do. It was a little hairy,' he said." And then Bev Thompson of Sanford returned from evacuation to a scene she never imagined. She said, "I just stood there like, where is my house?" And she said, "I see my washer and dryer, but where is my house? I lost everything." She says, "I don't believe it. I'm totally in shock. It used to be right here next to that fence, and there's nothing there. I don't know where it went to. It could be in the woods back there," she said. Obviously, total devastation because of the flooding, of course. And this is on Western Journal, and I'll leave a link below for you for this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.